15 Natural Disasters. In this chapter, we'll study about natural disasters such as earthquakes, cyclones, floods, droughts, volcanic eruptions, landslides. So, these are the natural disasters and the effects and precautions of the natural disasters. So, here we'll start the lesson. Get set and go. Here some jumble words are given. You have to correct the word. This is flood, cyclones, landslides, draft, DROUGST, draft, tsunami, 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 blizzard, BLIZZARD, blizzard. Blizzard is a severe snowstorm with high winds. Okay, this is the severe snowstorm with high winds, blizzard. This is not given in your book, so I have explained, and remaining thing I will explain you in the lesson. You know, children, nature sustains life. Nature give us life. Nature support our life on earth. But it can also destruction. It can also cause destruction, damage to our life. A destruction caused by nature is called natural hazard. So the destruction caused by the nature, the damage caused by the nature is called natural hazard. So if someone asks you question, what is natural hazard? So that is a destruction caused by nature. A natural hazard becomes a natural disaster when it causes destruction in terms of great loss of life and property. So when that a natural hazards become a natural disaster, when it causes great loss of life and property. The natural disasters are caused by calamities such as earthquake, cyclones, floods, droughts, volcanic eruptions, and landslides. So, about all these, like earthquakes, cyclones, floods, droughts, volcanic eruptions, and landslides, how it can be, if how it affects, how we can take precautions by all these natural disasters, that all is given in the lesson. So, we'll start our lesson with the earthquake. You know, children, sometimes there are certain moments under the surface of the earth. Have you ever feel that moments? Yes, there are certain moments on the sometimes only, not naturally. Sometimes there are certain moments on the earth. These cause strong vibration. Vibration is shaking or tremors, also trembling of the earth on the surface of the earth. These tremors are known as earthquakes. These tremors or shaking is known as earthquake. It is difficult to predict an earthquake as it occurs without any warning. It is not easy to say about the earthquake in future only because it comes without any warning. An instrument called seismograph. Here, this is the instrument. Its name is seismograph and it is used to record the earthquake tremors. It is used to record the frequency of the earth. The magnitude or intensity of an earthquake is measured on the Richter scale. This is Richter scale. The place of origin of an earthquake is called the focus. From where the earthquake starts, that place is called the focus. That is the origin of the earthquake. The point directly above the focus on the earth's surface is called epicenter. So you know that earthquake, it starts from the shaking of the earth. Okay, it is shaking, a vibration of the earth. So the origin of earthquake is focus and the point directly above the focus on the earth surface is said to be epicenter. The Himalaya region, Japan, Philippines, and the areas around the Pacific Ocean experiences frequent earthquake. Their earthquake comes frequently. Okay, so what are the effects? The effect of an earthquake is maximum near its epicenter, near the origin place. Okay, near the origin, the earthquake is maximum. Earthquakes are very destructive. They cause great loss of life and property. This is like house and all, that is our property, no? So they cause great loss of life and property. They can lead to other natural disasters such as landslides due to the earthquake. This is landslides, that are other natural disasters, and avalanches. Avalanches are series of big sea waves. Sea waves are also big. Okay, so that is avalanches. Undersea earthquake cause tsunami. Under the sea, the sea waves are so heavy, and that they are called tsunami. Now, precautions. What precautions you can take? You can take the following precautions. First of all, if you are in school, house, or any building, you should move to an open area. If you cannot get out of the building or house, then drop to your knees and hands, get under a desk this way, and table or your bed, and cover your head and neck with your arms. So this you can see here in the photograph. If you are outside, stay away from the building. Okay, you should not cover your, this is wrong. This is wrong. Okay, you should not do this. Bed, protect head with the pillow. Bed, protect your head with the pillow. Don't go under the bed. Don't go under the bed. Protect it with the pillow. Okay. Otherwise, this bed will also fall on you. So, these are the precautions. Use the staircase. Do not use the lift during and immediately after an earthquake. So, you should not use the lift. Use the staircases. Now, cyclones. The other natural disaster is cyclone. Cyclone are violent storms. They are violent storms. Okay, they form over oceans and seas. The coastal areas of West Bengal, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, and Gujarat are prone to cyclones. These are the main places of cyclones, that are the coastal areas of West Bengal near the sea, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu. Cyclones causes destructions when they reach the shore. When the cyclones reach near the seashore, it causes damage. They are always accompanied by high speed. They come with high speed. Winds and heavy rainfall is there. High speed winds cause huge waves in the seas. In the seas, this you can see here, huge waves are there in the seas. On land, these wind uproots trees. These uproot trees and power posts and damage kacha houses. Heavy rainfall cause flood, and because of the heavy rainfall, flood causes. In May 2019, a cyclone named Fani hit the eastern coast of India. It caused severe damage to coastal areas of Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, and West Bengal. So, what precautions we can take? Listen to radio and watch television for weather forecast and warning. So if any weather forecast is there or any warning is given, so you should listen the news of radio or television. Move to safe place before the cyclone arrives. Store dry food in waterproof bags. Stay away from the oceans or sea. Keep phone numbers of hospitals, relatives, and friends handy. So, these all are the precautions that you should take while cyclones. Now, floods. Floods occur when a river or a stream overflow its banks and the water is spread to the surrounding areas. When river or sea overflows, stream, river or stream overflows, so what happens? That air spreads surroundings areas in cities, villages. They generally occur when there is very heavy rainfall. Flood occurs in heavy rainfall. They are also caused by the collapse of dams. If dams are destroyed, no, then also flood occurs. Blocking of rivers due to landslide. If the river is blocked because of the landslides, cyclones, tsunamis, and sudden melting of snow on mountains. When the snow of the mountains are melting during the summer season, so floods are very common in India, especially in the northern plains. So these can happen in the floods, that you can see that car is drawn in water. Now, effects of the flood. Flood cause damage to life, property, and crops. Crops, life, property, all can be damaged because of the flood. Disease such as cholera, malaria, and dengue generally spread in areas hit by floods. You know, children, that mosquito take birth in that dirty water, and due to mosquitoes, this malaria and dengue type of disease spread, and cholera because of the contaminated water. The water is dirty, so by drinking this type of water, cholera type of diseases causes. Okay, now precautions. We can prepare for flood. We can prepare for floods in following ways. These are the precautions. First, listen to the radio, watch television for warning and advice. Keep a radio, a torch, a few matchboxes, and candles handy. Store food and fresh water. Assemble a first aid kit and keep it ready for an emergency. Draw up a list of emergency number. So you should have emergency numbers. You should have first aid with you. You should store food and fresh water with you. Otherwise, in floods, you will not get water and food. Then you should have torch, because sometimes electricity is also not there, sometimes means naturally have, and matchboxes and candles to get light. So these precautions can be taken by for the flood. Now, switch off and unplug all electrical appliances in the house. When flood is there, you should switch off and unplug. You should remove the plug of all electrical appliances in the house. Trees should be planted as they prevent flood water from spreading fast. Check dams can also be built to check the speed of water. Check dams should be made. Check dams is, children, to put a brake on the flow of water. Check dams are made to control the flow of water. Okay, so that should be built to check the speed of water. So these are the precautions of the flood. Now, next is drafts. Extreme shortage of water for agriculture and domestic uses in a region is called drought. Drought means that shortage of water, no water for agriculture and for the domestic uses. You can see here that land is also cracked because no water is there for long time, and that is called drought. It occurs due to little or no rainfall. If there is no rainfall or a very little rainfall for a long period of time, then droughts occurs. Droughts, effects of the droughts. Droughts cause extreme scarcity of water. There is no water, loss of water. Farmers are most affected during a drought as they are unable to grow crops. This results in shortage of food, leading a famine. So, because of the shortage of food, that people are not getting food, and it leads famine. People are dying with hunger. Now, what are the precautions? To prevent droughts, we can do the following: grow more trees, develop rainwater harvesting system. The rainwater harvesting system, do you remember, children? Collecting and storing rainwater for the cultivation. Grow drought resistant crops such as millets and maize. So you should grow this type of crops like millets and maize, which can be grown in less water also. Spray water directly on the base of plant so that less water is used. The best way to fight drought is to develop drip and sprinkler irrigation. What is sprinkler irrigation? Sprinkler irrigation is a type of irrigation that watering the plants like a rain, like a shower. That is sprinkler irrigation. Okay, this has been uh, tried successfully in many areas of Punjab, Haryana, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. That is sprinkler irrigation. Okay, so that has been used in these places like Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh to preserve water. Now next, our natural disaster is volcanic eruptions. Look here, volcanic eruption. This is volcano, an opening on the earth's surface through which hot molten materials from inside the earth erupt. So from inside the earth this hot molten erupt suddenly is called a volcano. That comes out suddenly, that is called the volcano. Most of the active volcanoes of the world are found around the Pacific Ocean. Around the Pacific Ocean, you can find most of the active volcanoes. Active volcanoes means which erupt frequently. That is the active volcanoes. That is why this region is called the Pacific Ring of Fire. So, which region is called the Pacific Ring of Fire? That the Pacific Ocean region. Around the Pacific Ocean region is called the Pacific Ring of Fire. The only active volcano in India is the barren island in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands in India, which is the active volcano, that is Andaman and Nicobar. That is barren island in Andaman and Nicobar Island. Remember all these points. What are the effects? The lava, this this no volcano is there, so lava comes out. Lava flow can bury houses and trees. This lava can bury houses and trees. Volcanic ash and gases, this ash and gases is coming out, no, ejected into the air, it mixed into the air and caused death by choking means difficulty in breathing. The people cannot breathe, people cannot breathe there. So this ashes and smoke, so that air caused death by choking. The volcanic ash also poses serious threat to air traffic and thus disrupts air transportation. In previous lesson I had taught that how it threat to air traffic. Now what are the precautions of volcanic eruptions? Listen to radio or watch television for the emergency information and alerts. In all, you have studied this. If you are asked to evacuate, then do so as soon as you are asked. Evacuate means children to move from that place. If you are asked to move to the place, to leave the place, you should do as soon as fast. Move to higher grounds as lava will flow to low lying areas. You had seen no lava. This is this is lava, no, so it flows to low areas, so you should go to higher place, higher than that place, because this lava flows to the low area. So you should move to higher grounds. Remain indoors so as to protect yourself from the falling ash and smoke. So you should remain indoors. Indoors means in the house or in building, so that you can protect yourself from the falling ash and smoke. Landslides, the movements of rocks. Debris, debris means scattered pieces of rubbish things. Rocks and rubbish things, that is debris, and soil down a mountain slope is called landslide. So this is the mountain. So from here what is moving? the movement of rocks, debris, soil down a mountain, that is only landslide. This happened during or after heavy rainfall and after earthquake. Mostly we have heard about this Uttarakhand, that landslide was there. So this happened during or after heavy rainfall and after an earthquake. The Himalayan region experiences landslides during the monsoon season. Now, what are the effects of landslides? Landslides can destroy human settlements in mountainous areas and cause loss of life and livelihood. Landslide can cause loss of livelihoods. Livelihoods means house of the people or people, and they may also block roads and disrupt road transportation. Because of the landslides, roads are also blocked. If here roads are there no between the mountains, so that is also blocked because of the movement of rocks, and it moves down on the road, so it blocks the road and transportation. And precautions of landslides, we can prepare for landslide in the following ways. First of all, stay alert, listen the radio as usual, watch television for weather forecasting about heavy rainfall. If there is the news, so you should not go to that place. Move to safe place if a warning is issued. Keep emergency number handy. Keep emergency numbers like police numbers and all, so that they can come to protect. Trees should be planted along mountain slopes. Why trees should be planted? Because trees holds that soil. So the roots of trees hold the soil firmly and prevent landslide. So these all precautions you should take with these natural disasters. So you have learnt about natural disasters. What are the natural disasters? Like earthquake, tsunami, landslides, floods, droughts, volcanic eruptions. So these all are the natural disasters. And read the lesson, go through the lesson, try to answer the questions which are asked in the lesson, and at the end of the lessons which questions are asked, try to do the exercise. Okay, thank you children.